Hey there sexy PlayStation gamers, and welcome to Pure PlayStation's review of Sparklite. Roguelites and I have a love-hate relationship. I want to get into them. I like the idea of randomly generated worlds to keep the levels fresh, and appreciate the simplicity that focuses on core gameplay mechanics over flashy gimmicks. I keep trying them periodically, but I never click with them over the long haul. Sparklite is a game that tries to remedy this by including a story and making its gameplay more accessible without watering down the core ideas. Did I finally find the perfect roguelite for me? Sparklite's story starts with a little girl named Ada crashing her ship into the world of Geodia and trying to free her floating robot companion Wingnut from a robotic boss. You'll take on a new boss in each new biome over deserts, ice, woods, swamps, and a jungle area. Each boss and area coordinate to tell a story about a world being polluted and dominated by a nasty character called the Baron. Sparklite refers to the magical mineral found by defeating monsters in chests and in plants. It acts as a currency when you're in the refuge, a floating base filled with people who are also resisting the Baron. You can free some of them as you play, and you can pay to improve their shops and make purchases to help you improve. The improvements are where you can tailor some of the gameplay. They come in the form of blocks that will increase the number of hearts you have, increase the damage with your wrench, and increase the power of your gadgets and energy meter. By adding and combining these on a grid accessible in the refuge, you can also increase or somewhat decrease your difficulty as well. You'll have to make some choices on what you want most. There is a limited amount of space on the grid, so you may not be able to fit an automatic mapper for the Vinelands area or another defense block. Each area is taken in turn and unlocked after you beat the previous area's boss. You'll explore a map to remove a fog of war effect and collect Sparklite, and dying randomly generates a new map. Beyond killing individual creatures, you'll find underground areas to explore with little puzzles to solve, a forge with multiple floors to clear out for a reward, and the boss. You can open a new area and immediately fight the boss, but it'll probably end in failure. You'll need to go through the levels multiple times to gather Sparklite, to find or buy upgrades, or find new weapons and devices to build. This loop is repeated over every new area. Some of the enemies are harder versions with a new skin, but there are enough new creatures to keep things fresh. The challenge level raises too, but people who want something harder can always tweak their upgrades to make it a little harder on themselves. For the most part, the difficulty's fair. There are a few places where you can't see your character if they're standing behind an enemy, and swinging your wrench isn't hitting when you were making contact for the last 2 swings, but it's usually very good. As per roguelite law, the art is pixelated, and it looks really good. There are little particles from explosions, and animations and designs are nice. The music sounds nice too. The overall presentation is very good. On the technical side, there are some minor issues. I would absolutely recommend playing after you download the patch. The game isn't buggy, but it fixes 99% of the problems you're going to find. There's still an issue with some enemies jumping off the screen that forced me to restart a few times, but it happens infrequently. For people like me who want to love or just not hate roguelites, I would recommend Sparklite. It gives you everything you need to ease you into the experience and allows you to tailor the difficulty if you're a seasoned pro. Dying allows you to keep the Sparklite you collected with only the loss of your items. Running back through the randomly generated levels isn't a punishment, and you can take on the boss at any time. All of this is wrapped in a story and a good presentation. If you're new to roguelites or just want a new one, Sparklite doesn't create a new formula, but it's a mix of roguelite elements that makes it a good choice. For more news, reviews, and original content, connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and on pureplaystation.com by clicking on the links in the info box. As always, please remember to subscribe so we can bring you more content like this, or even better. But no promises.